There it is. Alright. Duel is done. What everybody's been waiting for. Nah. Hello everyone. Just doing a quick deck profile of my Exodia Crooked Cook deck. And it's a little different than some people's, but similar for the most part. It's just couldn't afford some pieces, so I added in some others, so you'll see the replacements. Alright, start out. You obviously need all 5 pieces of Exodia. There you go. This is don't really need, I don't really use this card. It's just in the deck because that was the original deck profile. So side frame, on and off if you need it. This is useful if flag failure, so you can get rid of other opponent's effects, obviously. This, I use 3 of these. Beautiful princess, or beautiful princesses. And what it does is it'll actually get out another, you can send it straight to the graveyard, get out another card, and then that card brings out your last card that you need. And it's also useful for this, which I'll talk about in a minute. 3 max Cs. Obviously, if they're special summoning like crazy, you want some more cards, right? So you can get to your Exodia faster. This, another card, I haven't really had to use it much, but it's good to have in the deck. Psi Frame Gamma Gear. I have 2 of them, just because that's the limit. Ash Blossom, I got 2 of those. You know what Ash Blossom does, right? And Right Hand Shark, kind of one of the key cards for this deck. What it does is it's an XZ's item, which will make it pretty much hard for the person to actually kill it in battle, because it makes it impenetrable in battle. The only way they can get through this deck here is if they have piercing, or if they use a card that I'll show in a minute. Lantern Shark. If Right Hand Shark is in your hand, then this will be the way that you summon it out. This is what's going to summon it from your hand instead of from the deck. And then this is the card that you're going to summon with Bountiful Princess. And what it does is you use it to bring out your Right Hand Shark from your deck. But like I said, if it's in your hand, just use Lantern Shark, because either one of these will be fine as an XZ's material. Then you also need 2 Lava Golem. What these are going to do is get rid of cards that your opponent has that have piercing. So if they play a card with piercing, you can get rid of that card plus another one of their cards, and then they get a Lava Golem and take 1,000 as a hit. Same with this. If they only have 1 card in the field and you need to get rid of it, Kaiju. It's going to get rid of that card for you. And it's cheaper than Lava Golem, so I run through them. Also, Final Countdown, I have 2 of those. You hopefully want to get this in your first hand. If you don't, you can't really use it. You can, but there's a chance of you losing your card. But if you run it the way I do, there is a chance you could still win with it this way. And then we also have Prosperity. I only had enough material to make 2 of these, so I ended up substituting one with a Jar of Greed. Jar of Greed not as good because you only get 1 card and it's random. But Pot of Prosperity, you only really need 2. And you only really need it for that first turn just to try to get one of these 2 cards. And then you have this to get rid of, banish a card that they had with piercing, which is also a really risky thing to do, but you can do it. And that's for more or less, you play the Lava Golem, then you get rid of that piercing card so they can't bring it back. This banishes 1 card, which is another good quick effect, and then Jar of Greed, obviously. So we have 1 of each piece of Exodia, 1 Side Frame Driver, 1 Effect Veiler, 3 Bountiful Princesses, 3 Maxis, 2 Side Frame Gear Gammas, the head of Exodia, 2 Ashes, 3 Right Hand Sharks, 3 Lantern Sharks, 3 Buzzsaw Shark, 2 Lava Golem, 3 Kaijus, 2 Final Countdown, 2 Pot of Prosperity, 2 Called by the Grave, 2 Cross Out Designator, which is not super important for the deck. So if you can't get this, you can try to replace it with something. More or less just to get to the 40. And then Jar of Greed just to, you know, get that extra card. If you don't have anything at the beginning and you got that, it sometimes does help out. And then for our extra deck, 2 Crooked Cooks. The reason I run 2, I ran into an issue with only running 1. If you run just one of these, you have the issue of somebody else having the exact same deck with just one of these. So what you want to do is, when they kaiju you kaiju them back, and then play another one. Or, if they got rid of both of them, you have this as well, which can only really be brought out with a few of your cards. So these 4 here. But if you have those, then you can at least attack directly each turn, which will have 400 attacks, so it's going to take forever if you are using this. And then they can eventually, you know, get rid of it, but they'd have to use 2 kaijus on that, and then they have to hopefully draw their third if they're running 3, which I've noticed a lot of decks only run 2, sometimes just 1. And then the rest of the extra decks are just randos. You don't. It doesn't really matter what you have for the rest of the extra deck. It's just to fill it up so you can use your Pot of Prosperities, and then that gets rid of 12 of your cards. So, you know, have 12 random fusions in there and get rid of them, so you can get those draws in. But that's pretty much the Exodia Crooked Cook deck. Thanks for watching. Please like if you liked, and subscribe. Have a good one out there. I'll be making more of these deck profiles another time.